What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I haven't been making many videos recently, and I thought, oh, there's a new Treyarch video that's just come out about zombies, and I kind of want to just talk about zombies after this video is done, but yeah, let's watch it, let's react to it, why not? I know my face ain't in this video, but maybe by my voice, that will be enough, maybe? Alright, let's go.
Hi everyone, I'm Craig Houston. I'm the lead writer at Treyarch. As we prepare to move into Season 6 and the finale of
My
Black
boy
Ops Cold
Craig
War
Houston,
story, we thought it might be nice to take
right
a look
from
back
the
where
OG
we come
days.
from and learn how we got to where we are now. When we kicked off the Dark Aether story with the launch of Black Ops Cold War, our initial map, Machina, was really the one that showed how this story had come to be. It delved into Nazi experiments from the end of World War II, where they hoped to turn the tide of the war by harnessing the powers of a cyclotron.
Can we just say how well this map did with how lackluster it was and it being somewhat of a remake? Like, people really enjoyed this map when it came out, including me. I played this map so many times. You look at it now and go, there's nothing that special about it, but honestly, this map, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Test run number 12. Dr. Kurtz, please proceed.
Unfortunately for them, what they actually succeeded in doing was ripping a hole into a dimension known as the Dark Aether.
Cut the powers!
When the Red Army discovered what the Nazis had been doing with the particle accelerator, they took steps to try and seal the rift. And that meant someone had to be volunteered to go inside and seal it up from the inside.
How can I be of service, Comrade Lazarev?
There is a machine I need you to deactivate. Understood?
Da.
Congratulations, товарищ! You're going to be a hero of the Soviet Union.
As players explored Machina, they were introduced to a new cast of characters who would be guiding them, specifically the Requiem team, led by Grigori Weaver and assisted by Major Carver, Dr. Strauss, and Dr. Gray. As time progressed, we also learned a lot more about our bitter rivals, a Soviet-led unit known as Omega Group.
See, that's another thing as well with like how they've done story this year, in terms of, okay, no normal like cast. It's like it's all on like the radio or something, and it's kind of a shame because everyone loves the actual four characters like talk to each other, finding the story through each other, but instead it's just hearing the same old radios over and over again. It's like, can we get a crew back or something? Like, is the reason there isn't a crew in this because it was rushed? Or is it just because, hey, let's put operators and zombies? It's like, I want to be honest. Nobody gives a shit about operators and zombies. Get rid of it. I haven't seen a single person on the internet that goes, oh, I like operators and zombies. Get rid of it. Vanguard better have a crew. It's not a deal breaker, I know, but like, it's just what made zombies special. That's just my thoughts.
As time went on, we would learn more about their hierarchy too, most notably a familiar face from Black Ops 1, Kravchenko. As we'd seen in Machina, Samantha Maxis was determined to stay in the field and continue her own investigations.
You have to turn yourself in. The CIA can protect you. I can protect you.
I can't do that, Weaver. The Omega Group have plans for the outbreak zones.
And this is something that led us on to our next map, which was Firebase Z.
Requiem, welcome to Vietnam.
As players progressed through the Firebase Z map, they worked with Ravenov, a former Omega Group soldier who had decided that he couldn't stomach what they were doing and maybe perhaps seek out new allies. Amongst those allies was Agent Maxis herself.
I just want to say about Firebase Z, I don't really think much of the map. It was, I don't know, it was just kind of a point in time where oh wow, there's so much innovation, but then when you go back playing it again, it's just like, this is boring. Like, I don't know, like, for me, like, those boss rounds are cool, but when you're not playing through the boss rounds, it's like, this is a boring map, and it looks like it's just been ripped straight from the campaign. I don't get that feeling with Mauer de Toten, even though that's a campaign map. Mauer de Toten is good, but Firebase Z is literally I played D Machine way more than Firebase Z, and I was already getting kind of tired of D Machine. The story was alright, but on this map, but I don't know. And this is what we were stuck with, right? Even through the Outbreak seasons, until, what was it, season 4 Reloaded or something? And this came out in season 1 Reloaded? So we had to wait between February, I think it was, up until, was it July? Something like that? I think that specifically is what threw a lot of people off this game. Saying, oh, it's not the best. But the Mauer de Toten came out and it kind of changed people's minds. Like, oh, hold on, this might be right. Oh, we're getting another map soon. It was like, I think there needed to be more maps in the DLC season, but obviously the crunch time.
I am not a traitor to my country. Omega are not who we are.
And it was his intel that led her to Firebase Z, where, sadly, she ran afoul of another new character, Dr. Peck.
Maxis is a poor little lost girl. No one, least of all you, can bring her back.
Given her defiance and refusal to cooperate with Dr. Peck, he threw her into the Dark Aether.
No one is coming for you because no one cares about you. From dust you are, and to dust you will return.
Don't know how long I've been waiting for an answer, but I am here, and I have been waiting for a long time.
Upon Maxis's return, Ravenov warned us that Omega Group were undertaking operations in the Ural Mountains, something that would become very important as the story progressed. We were also introduced to Omega Group's leader, Kravchenko, who was not at all pleased with Peck's failure, nor was another senior member of Omega staff, Valentina. So, as we took our operations to the Ural Mountains, we introduced a brand new mode for zombies, which was Outbreak. The game kind of opened up in a way that isn't always possible with round-based maps. Narrative
Very divisive game mode.
This was the first time really
I just don't know many people that were a big fan of it. Even though there's a big fan base for Outbreak, I don't enjoy it. To me, this is not zombies for me.
Understand the Dark Aether, understand the enemy, and to obviously gain an upper hand against Omega. Requiem began
It just
to
felt
develop
like
unique
this is a multiplayer map with zombies in. I'm like,
Essentially,
that's
Ravenov
fucking
and
boring.
Maxis were going behind Weaver's back. And this led us to a whole mission
And-
involving a
Right, don't get me wrong. World at War and Black Ops 1 had campaign missions that were made to zombies maps, but they were heavily developed where they were unrecognizable from the actual campaign maps. Like, you look at Moon, you look at Ascension. Can you recall the campaign maps looking like that? I know 5 looks like a campaign map. I won't lie, that's kind of what threw me off with 5 originally. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of 5, but other people were. It grew on me more with Classified. Not gonna lie, Classified's a good map. I didn't know Gorod Krovi was a campaign map. I don't have a problem with campaign maps being in zombies. It's just how much dev time has been put into making it look and feel different. Also, with the whole Outbreak and Onslaught maps, there's nothing changed. They are the same maps you're playing in multiplayer, just with zombies in. And it just feels like, oh, let's put assets from zombies on a multiplayer map. And it just... I'm sorry, it just feels cheap. It feels rushed. It feels it's just, this is from a person who's been playing zombies since World at War, and I've been playing the side zombies games as well. I played Call of Duty Ghost Extinction, Exo Zombies, Infinite Warfare Zombies, Nazi Zombies from COD World War Two, and I enjoyed some of them. I won't lie, I didn't enjoy World War Two Zombies as much, but the others I did enjoy. I actually liked Exo Zombies. I liked Infinite Warfare Zombies. I liked Extinction. I don't know. Black Ops 4 Zombies 2 was... Wow, I made it sound like it was the sequel. Though Black Ops 4 Zombies as well, I enjoyed it. I generally got really hyped for a new map when they released them. Alpha Omega, I was really hyped when that came out. Tag to Totem, I was really hyped when that came out. What else? Like Blood of the Dead, all the launch maps, I really enjoy them. Chaos maps I wasn't as hyped for. Besides DLC 2, which I always forget the name of. I forget the name of all the Chaos maps, but yeah, Black Ops 4 to me isn't necessarily as bad as people make it out to be, but I think I had more fun in Cold War's gameplay, especially in like Mao the Totem and D Machine. Like those maps are brilliant, they're good. Even though, like I said, D Machine's a bit lackluster, it's still good. Just didn't enjoy Firebase Z or Outbreak or Onslaught. Those ones I just didn't enjoy. It's kind of a shame though, because, and I think a lot of people, there's this people that are trying to stan it, like go, oh, it's not as bad as you make it out to be. Oh, I'm a stan for Outbreak. I'm a stan for Onslaught. Just no, stop supporting these lackluster game modes. I know Outbreak tried to introduce a lot, but everyone, if you didn't play Black Ops 1 through its DLC season, Black Ops 2 through its DLC season, Black Ops 3 through its DLC season, if you know what that felt like, then you would agree with me that this game is arse in its DLC season. It's not been fun to wait so long for a new survival map. And I don't want to sound like I'm old or something, but I have been playing zombies for a very long time. And I got to experience the DLC seasons for the best Call of Duty games of all time. Like, the first 3 Black Ops games, I didn't experience the World at War seasons, but come on, even World at War's maps are really good. Like, Derice? Come on, man. Shino Numa, Verrucht, Nak, Duran Toten. Yeah. It's just, how are we back to World at War times where we literally have 4 survival maps in one game? Black Ops 1, how much do we have? We had 6. We had 10. We had 10 survival maps in Black Ops 1. 10. In this game, Cold War, we have 4. And I know what you mean. I know where you're going to come with this. Outbreak and Onslaught. I don't care. They're multiplayer maps. They're literally multiplayer maps. They're Fireteam and multiplayer maps. Black Ops 2. It's a bit of a blur for me because Black Ops 2... Black Ops 2 is just a really good game. Transit, we all not a big fan of it. Tauno, saving grace of it. I like the survival maps for Green Run, to be fair. Die Rise... Actually, there was a bit of hype around the launch for Die Rise. I remember Mob of the Dead, though, when that came out. Oh my god, Mob of the Dead. It was saving grace for Black Ops 2. And Buried was great. And Origins, you get it. It's just the magic back then. Oh, I was like 13, 14 for that game. Like, damn. Fun times. And Black Ops 3, I genuinely thought, how would they get better after Black Ops 2? They fucking blew it out of the water. Black Ops 3 has one of the best seasons ever. Although that gap between Zetsubo Noshima and Gorod Krovi still makes me upset to this day. There was nothing. I think there was like 3 or 4 months gap. Nothing. And then we got Zombies Chronicles a year later. Like, and Black Ops 4, 4 maps on launch. Never done before. 4 maps on launch of Black Ops 4, but 4 maps in 1 year for Cold War. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I know I'm going to get lots of controversy probably from the comments, but please hear me out. I've been playing zombies for so long. Cold War's a great game. I'm not saying I hate Cold War. I like Cold War. I just wish the DLC season would have been done differently. If they had more dev time, I'm sure they've been putting... This is why we're getting Vanguard zombies made by Treyarch, because they're giving us what we didn't get. But it's going to be another year where we're going to probably just get 4 more maps. 1 map on launch, another map like a few months after launch, and then wait like 5 months or something and get a new map, and then 2-3 months after that get another map. Like, that's boring. That's really boring. I think every 2 to 3 months with a new map would have been really good. Like, they could do Season 1, new map. Season 3, new map. Season 5? Season 6? I mean, you got the Reloaded. So, I mean, basically, I think there needs to be like 5 or 6 maps as standard. That's it. As standard for every Call of Duty game should just have 6 maps, if not more. But 6 maps, not 4. 6. I think people could agree with me there. 6, like, standalone zombies maps made from the ground up. I've been on a bit of a tangent on this video, but I really am trying to show you how I feel about Cold War. And this isn't a hate speech, because I am so passionate about this game mode. Craig Houston's a legend. It's a shame Jason Blundell left, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to see something done, have 6 maps for Call of Duty Zombies game. Maybe have 2 maps on launch, a DLC map later in, you know, like, what was it? 2 maps on launch, and 4 maps in the DLC season. That's literally like Black Ops 3. Like, in its first year. Let's go back to that, please. Anyways, back to the video. After the tangent.
A Russian program called Operatia Inversia. As players moved through this mission, they discovered that the Omega Group had built something called the Reality Inversion Wall.
Okay, sorry, I kind of did like the Easter egg, though, for Outbreak. I will give it that. It seemed like a fun Easter egg. I didn't play it myself because I don't play Outbreak, but it looked like a fun Easter egg. So I'm going to give it that.
This power is too dangerous for either Omega or Requiem to possess. So I say, we dump them in the middle of the Pacific.
Following the events of Operatia Inversia, players got the opportunity to undertake another main quest, this time Operation Excision.
Been a long time, Weaver. Ravenov.
You got some balls using this line after what you and Sam did.
Been contacted by a group of Omega scientists. They wish to defect.
Unfortunately, as we discovered at the end of that main quest, the whole thing was a trap, and the strike team were captured by Kravchenko and Omega.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, unexpected.
So-called elite strike team into a trap. Fortunately, crushing...
Oh, and I hate that too. Why is every Easter egg a fucking exfil? I get it in Black Ops 3, it's like you're killing a character, it was predictable, but it was also daunting. It's like, oh no, I'm having to kill my favourite characters. Like, you felt emotion in that. Black Ops 3, it gets a win for that, even though the continuity is a bit there, but like, Black Ops 1 still has the best Easter eggs. I'm just saying this. Like, Black Ops 1 Easter eggs, oof, so good. Like, you really didn't know what was happening next in every map. Like Black Ops 1 did Easter eggs the best still, but Black Ops 3 did Easter eggs in a way that you get to the boss battle, you do that. Kind of fun, kind of like, but like in terms of the actual ending, I'm kind of on the fence that Black Ops 1 may have done endings best. Like, what I'm trying to remember now, like, Ascension is, well, actually, let's not with Ascension. Call of the Dead. You teleport the characters and you give them the golden rod. Like, you don't know where they're going. You don't know what's next for them, but you help them out with a different cast, and you're just sort of ditched there. It's kind of like, okay, Shangri-La. You, was it Brock and Gary? I kind of forgot the whole story of them, and you find the focusing stone, and I guess you just, you go to the next map, but you still don't know what's happening next. And then Moon, you blow up the Earth, you hear Maxis laughing, taking over control. Samantha's like swapped to Richtofen, like, and the Earth. Did I say the Earth exploded? Yeah, like, come on, Black Ops 1 had the best endings. I know Black Ops 3 is like, I don't know, and Black Ops 2. I hold Black Ops 1 kind of personally because it was the first time we saw Easter eggs, and I thought, wow, this is so open-ended. I love it. But they were digging themselves a bigger hole by being like too open-ended. But I don't know. We need to go back to that. Just, in my opinion.
It's easy.
Requiem belongs to me now.
After the players had worked with Ravenov and Maxis in Operatsia Inversia, we learned that Maxis has got herself in a little bit of trouble, going behind Weaver's back, but perhaps more importantly, going behind the director's back.
Hey! Take your hands off me!
You're to undergo some additional testing.
Why are you doing this?
Orders from the director.
Maxis is to be taken to a secure facility known as Block 8, where she will undergo certain experiments. Following the disaster that was Operation Excision,
The good
and
map.
the subsequent capture by Omega Group of the strike team,
I really
we
liked
moved
this
to
map.
Mardar-Toten.
Really well
This time
made.
we are going to be working under the command of Omega Group themselves.
I have work for them in Berlin. A certain member of our organization has gone to ground recently. I'm sure you've noticed their absence. I believe they are scheming against us.
Valentina has actually been seeking to enact a plan that is laying dormant from the end of World War II, which was to return a long-forgotten Nazi army who have essentially been housed in the Dark Aether for decades.
Someone had to free their army. My father chose me to complete that mission. No! It is not possible!
After defeating Valentina and her Nazi army, players escape.
This
with help
Easter egg
from
was
a rather
pretty good. I didn't do it myself,
portal opens that allows them
but
to teleport
like,
right back
it
to
was
the
a good one.
and it becomes clear that
This is
Samantha
for me
Maxis
where
is growing
Cold
in
War
power.
is going somewhere. It's where it's exciting. It's like, okay, wow, they're
Season
actually
5
doing it
seems
right
to learn
again.
More of the experiments that she's undergone with the director.
You going to electrocute me again?
I really hope it doesn't come to that, but I know what you're capable of. I just want to see it for myself.
We learn more about exactly how the Dark Aether has changed her, and more about what that could potentially mean for the future and Season 6. We also learn more about an entity in the Dark Aether known as the Forsaken. Were this creature to make it into our world, it would probably mean the end of life as we know it. One of the things that we learned in Mardar-Toten was that, in reality, Omega Group were actually building the reality inversion warheads to destroy the Forsaken. So that's something we kind of messed up. So now they've developed a new plan. They believe they can bring it into our world and perhaps harness its powers as the ultimate weapon.
The Forsaken. A solution is necessary. It must be dealt with.
Colonel,
There has been a change of plan, Gore. Peck and I are developing a new solution for the Forsaken. Rest assured, if it is successful, it will mean salvation for the Soviet Union. We will be heralded as heroes.
Amongst the many pieces of intel that we found in Outbreak, we learned more about a character called Zykov, who was actually the poor Red Army soldier who went into the cyclotron back in World War II to seal it up, and he's been trapped in the Dark Aether for a very long time, and he wants to get out. Now aware of Omega's plans for the Forsaken, Requiem need all the allies they can get.
Zykov. He may be the only one who truly knows the Forsaken.
Are we suggesting we somehow break this lost Russian out of the Dark Aether?
Poor bastard.
See, this is exciting. Like, they actually got a story arc that's
But
pretty
if we
cool.
release him from his prison, he might be the deciding factor in overcoming both the Forsaken and Omega. As we move into the climax of Season 6, we're going to finally focus on Omega Group's final operation, Operatia Izbavitelj. This map takes place in a facsimile of an American town, something that the Soviets and Omega Group have been using for many years for training purposes. This location is unique because
Oh,
Omega Group
is that new
have
footage?
identified this as a specific place where the veil between our world
Whoa,
and that of the
I think it
Dark
is.
Aether
Oh, that's the
actually
loading
fixed.
screen.
That's why they believe they can extract the Forsaken. Well, this final ground-based zombies map represents the climax of the Black Ops Cold War zombie story. It's not the end of the Dark Aether story. Eagle-eyed or eagle-eared players might have noticed that we've been sowing the seeds of some other things that also harken back to World War II. The Dark Aether story will continue and expand in Call of Duty Vanguard.
As long as the climax is good for this, like, you know. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it seemed like a cool video, but I just really wanted to give, like, my feedback as well on Zombies, like, how I felt about it. It's been a really weird year. It's been a really weird year. Ups and downs, but, like, Forsaken has to be a really good map to just really tie the knot or the bow on this game, whether or not we can call it a great game or like a meh game. Because if you remember, Black Ops 2 was sort of in shambles with the first few maps, and then you had 3 really good maps. What Were the Dead, Buried, Origins saved that game. If we look back on this game where D Machine, Mauer Toten, and Forsaken are really fun maps, Cold War will go down as a great game. It's good to see that Craig Houston's still pouring out lots of story. The amount of work he has to do, it's incredible. But yeah, like, hopefully they'll pull through with a good story ending and continuation into Vanguard. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you in whatever's next.